Hello, Federico. How you doing, sir?
Hello, Nigel.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm very well, sir. Always very well. Always very well. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. So you're calling from.
Italy?
I knew that with a name like Federico, you had to be Italian.
From
You had to be
Italy.
Italian. Okay,
I'm
cool. So,
21
yep.
and I'm a student in the real world. My main campuses are the content creation and AI automation campus.
Amazing. So, tell me about a little bit about your journey
So
into obviously joining the real
inside
world.
of the real world.
Yeah, yeah.
I joined the real world about 1 year ago,
Okay,
but unfor- unfortunately, I started taking it seriously 3 months ago,
that's okay. That's fine.
and I really saw results.
Sorry, and
I really saw the results of taking the real world seriously.
absolutely, 100%, 100%. So what was you thinking about joining the real world prior to you joining, or what was the hesitation in kind of joining?
Mm, I was unsure. I don't know why, but then I make the leap and it all
You
went
took
well.
the risk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So was there anything, I mean, was there any kind of defining factors that was stopping you from actually joining before you joined last year? And then what made you take that step and actually just kind of join?
The real reason was that I was going to school and I
Okay.
didn't have budget. Then
Ah,
I
that's
started, I started to work and I invested.
there you go. You invested in yourself.
Yeah,
That's what
I
you
did.
did. That's what you did. That's what you did. So that's good. Okay, cool. So did you join the two campuses that you're in at the moment, the AI automation and what was the other one?
Content creation.
Content creation. Did you join those first or what was the first campus that you went into?
I enjoyed it first, but then I moved on the business campus
Hmm.
and I tried. I did a lot of lessons of the business campus, and then I changed my mind because it was not for me.
Okay. Okay. So you
Then I
changed.
switched again.
How long was you in those two campuses for?
I mean, taking seriously the content creation and AI campus from about 6 months.
6 months. Okay. The business campus, how long was you in that one for?
I think 2 months.
2 months. Okay, cool. And did you kind of what did you develop any skills from the business campus to actually help you in the campus that you're in now?
In the business campus, I developed the sales skills.
Yeah,
I learned how to talk, how to convince people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I always say that this is not never ever a waste of time. Like obviously you should go to a campus and then stick with it and everything else, but it's not necessarily a waste of time that you went to one campus and like you said that oh I only started taking it seriously like in the
Yeah,
last 3 months. That within itself, but you learn stuff prior to help you move
yeah, yeah,
forward,
yeah. I
which is the
would.
main.
This could be controversial, but I would define the business campus complementary with the content creation and
Yeah,
AI,
yeah,
because in the content creation AI now Pope reviewed the lessons and and changed that. And so in the AI there are a lot of sales lesson, and also in the new content of the content creation campus,
yeah.
the new lessons. And but before this there was no sales skills to
Sales
learn
course.
in the content creation and AI campus.
And this, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they've implemented a bit more. So, how are you finding the AI campus? How are you finding Pope's lessons? Because Pope's for me, I was with Pope about
Amazing.
2 weeks ago. He's an absolute genius. I love Pope.
Yeah,
How are you finding his daily lessons, and are they
his
helping you move forward?
lessons are amazing. I
Yeah,
really have no words to understand. I
awesome.
do not have words.
So, how have you developed yourself from in the AI campus? How have you moved forward in the AI campus? Because obviously you started taking it seriously now.
Okay.
So, tell me about that.
I started with the content creation because that was the
Yeah.
idea, the main idea.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started using Cloud and developing, and I was curious in the in the AI, because if you really know how to use AI, it can change your life,
Yeah,
definitely. I'm
100%.
developing a really big project, and I'm testing right now. So we are in the final stage. It's been about 4 months of developing,
Yeah.
and I did the maths. That's how we say it. And roughly, if it goes well, I could earn about 210,000 euros a month with
Wow.
just 1,000 customers, because it's in the construction niche, and it
Stage.
is a
Yeah.
software to manage work sites, workers, and everything that goes in the construction niche. And
That's
in the Italian market, there is nothing like this.
That's really good. That's really good. So yeah, yeah. All the
I am
best for
hyped.
that. I hope that that will pull off. Yeah, you just got to keep your head down. If we always say if you put 100% into everything that you do, then
Yeah.
obviously the rewards will come thereafter. So did you before you went into this like massive project here, was you doing any other excuse me, content creation or AI stuff before?
Yeah, yeah. I made a couple of websites with the
Hmm.
help of AI, and I made some videos. And now I have currently 3 clients from SMM, so social media management.
Awesome. And that are they recurring clients or are they
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
just
They are
recurring clients?
recurring.
Perfect. So then what what have you then kind of like what's your kind of income? How much have you made like once you started taking things seriously?
Yeah,
Like how have you seen things develop financially as well as
I
obviously
made
your lifestyle?
I made 3K in a week, in the first week after taking the real world seriously.
And then you kicked yourself and thought, I should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
cool. And then from then on in,
From
so
then,
roughly how much have you made every single month in from there?
from there was that was the big spike, the first big spike, and now I'm a little lower. I made about 2K a month
Hmm.
just from clients of the social media management,
Hmm.
because I'm focusing on the developing that big
Developing the other
project.
one, yeah, yeah, which could
Yeah.
be a big project as well. No,
So
understandable.
I have the recurring income,
Yeah,
let's call that,
yeah.
and this is a basis that I will not go below.
Okay, cool. There you go. So you set your standard to a
Yeah,
level, so you don't want to go below that level. Okay, cool.
yeah, yeah.
So when you made that 3K, let's just skip off on it. So when you made that 3K, did you actually go out and do anything for yourself? Did you um
Yeah.
did you kind of like say, okay, cool, well, I've just made this 3K. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah, yeah.
celebrate and
I
I'm gonna buy myself something nice. What did you buy?
yeah, I bought myself 2 pairs of elegant shoes and took out many times my family to dinner at restaurant.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely. How's it changed? How's it like since you taken it seriously? How's it changed you as a person?
I'm really mm, how can I say that? Mm, I'm really serious about this, and I see the results because I'm always focused. I do
Yeah,
not lose track. I do
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Just joining in the real world, opening the app every day, typing GM in the chat.
Hmm.
As Luke says, that is a really little thing. Is a easy. It is a really small thing, but it helps you a lot to keep you on track.
Yeah.
Because, as Luke says, If you can type GM in the chat every morning,
Mm.
how can you do the other things daily?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
How can you
100%.
be disciplined if you cannot type 4 letters on the keyboard every
Yeah,
day?
yeah, yeah. I totally understand that. So also with obviously going back to obviously changing you as a person, how's it changed you in a kind of like a obviously a mindset way, but obviously a financial way? Have you been able to like say, okay, cool. Are you still living with your parents at the moment?
Yeah. Currently,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, for you, it's nice
But
to
my plan is when the big project comes in, I want to move. I want to
yeah.
move away because of the taxation and the problems that there are in Italy.
Okay,
Italy,
cool. So,
Italy is a beautiful country,
yeah, I believe that as
but
well. Yeah,
not to live every day and work every day.
yeah,
It is not that good,
yeah, yeah. Understand.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I
But
mean, with
this is not the only nation that has these problems.
no. It's that's what I was gonna say. I was
Yeah,
gonna say exactly the same thing. There's many in the West. Like, so if
yeah,
we look at France, we look at UK, we look at Italy, we look at all of the other places within that kind of area that taxation. Even some of the countries in Eastern Europe now,
yeah,
because
yeah,
of new EU laws and stuff like that. There's higher taxations and everything else like that. So you know, it kind of limits what you can.
yeah. It limits a lot
Yeah, it does.
because
It does limit a lot.
let's say I earn 2 million in a year.
Yeah,
About 1.2 goes in tax.
yeah,
1.2.
yeah, yeah. So there
That's
you go.
unfair.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. What was you doing before you joined the real world?
So I made 1 year working for some in a fabric.
Yeah.
It was a paper fabric. It's strange,
Okay.
but it has been an experience. Knowing people, seeing old guys and how they behave
Yeah.
when they see people like me. I had problems in this fabric
Yeah.
because I was ahead. I'm young. I have things to do. I'm really energized.
Mm.
I was putting 100% in there, and they were not.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
understand
they
that. Yeah.
told me that I was stealing their job.
Ah.
Yeah, that was the
But
problem. I was
yeah,
doing
yeah.
too
So
much.
yeah, yeah. So then obviously you decided then to kind of take that step and
Yeah.
really take it seriously. And then did you leave that job or are you still there?
No, no, I left
You left that job. Okay, cool.
about
Awesome.
1 year ago.
Awesome. 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 So since leaving as well, it's kind of like a along the same kind of path. Have you had any kind of like new experiences? Have you had any kind of experiences that you wouldn't normally necessarily experience if you were in that job?
I did 1 or 2 experiences, especially in the construction niche.
Yeah.
I may do not look big, but I'm 1 meter and 80, and I
Yeah.
weighed 100 kilos.
Wow. So you're a big guy.
Yeah, kinda.
You are a big guy.
So they took me for the strength.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. But you don't look like you're gonna go in a construction now. You look very well
No,
dressed at
no.
this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. That's who I
So
am. That's
yeah,
who I
yeah.
am.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see the like if you was to go into an office and present yourself and present obviously your new development that you're
Project.
doing now,
Yeah,
I can imagine that people are gonna like warm to you very
yeah.
easily. And do you know what I mean? So
With
it's
the
gonna be
with the client that I have right now, I did not have problems closing,
yeah, I
and
can
they
imagine.
all have complimented me for
Excellent.
my age, for how I talk,
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
dress,
yeah,
and how I act and how I behave.
yeah. And would you say that the real world was as a part of that helping you to achieve that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It was the main cause.
good. Good, good. I like that. I like that. I like that. So what would you say was like um the hardest part about the journey, and what have you learned from that hardest part that like it's like kind of trials and tribulations. It's kind of like, oh, I went through this. So what did you learn from the hardest parts of your journey? First of all, what's the hardest parts of your journey? Let me just ask you that question first.
From the real world, from being alone.
Yeah, yeah, just from your journey in the real world, what would you say was the hardest thing that you had to come terms with?
mm, Talking about that to my mother,
Ah,
because
okay.
she was not convinced.
Yeah.
But today, when I explain the potential income that I could have from the
Mhm.
big project that I'm developing, she was like this, all eyes out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You go, son. You go. You go.
Yeah,
You go do your thing. Follow your dream,
yeah,
and
yeah,
let's.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
That's all good. That's all good.
And the other, let's say, difficult part was to be alone,
Okay.
because I cut off a lot of people.
Okay.
Mm, Not because I am evil or something or
Mm.
anything like that, but they I did not need them, but not in a negative way.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
mean, they did not have the same mindset. They was dragging me down.
Yes.
They were not giving me energy.
Yeah.
They
And
were
I
just wasting time.
yeah.
So I could not get myself around these people. I could
Yeah, yeah.
not. For
Yeah.
me.
No, look, I totally understand what you're saying because you are some of the people around you, and if the people around you are motivated to like do better for themselves and to reach new
Yeah,
heights in themselves and create things and look at you know doing what you're doing.
yeah.
If you
For
have those people
example,
around you and those people want to just go party,
yeah,
drink,
yeah.
hang out, do
As
this,
the
do that,
gym,
you're like, hold on a
as the
second.
gym.
uh,
If you have
let-
a friend
let's-
who goes to the gym with you, it's
yeah, yeah,
simple. If you
yeah,
have one friend who does
yeah,
not go to the gym,
yeah,
drinks, smokes, and
yeah.
everything like that, he will try to get you out the gym to be with
Correct,
him, drinking,
correct,
partying.
correct. 100%, 100%. I agree. I 100%. And I'm fortunate to live in a household where everybody works. They get up in the
Yeah,
morning and they're just working.
I
Then
do the same
halfway through
thing.
the day, yeah, halfway through the day they're training.
Yeah,
Then we eat and then we get back to work. So when you're around those kind of people, you look at yourself and you look at like, okay, cool. What am I doing? What I
yeah,
can't just sit here and do nothing.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I
You
have to
can't.
do something.
You can't.
Yeah, no, it's not possible. So you work mainly by yourself as
Yeah.
a rule of thumb.
Right now, yes.
Do you have any friends that you kind of mentioned about what you're doing that you kind of invited like
Yeah.
take a
I I mentioned what I'm doing to three people, three or four,
mm,
and two of them. One is my brother,
hmm
who is in the other room,
hmm
and the other is my father.
okay,
My father
interesting.
is 100% supporting me, and
Love
I
that.
think my brother will join that too.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I bet mum was happy when you made your first little bit of money. You was like, okay, go
Yeah,
mum, let's all go out
yeah,
for a
yeah,
meal.
yeah. She was
Do
happy.
you know what I mean? Because it shows your appreciation of the support that you've given her, so
Yeah,
you can give back. And it's such a nice feeling to be able to give back as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Would you say that your biggest win was your 3K in a week, or would you say that your biggest win was down to something else?
Right now, the biggest win is the 3K in a week,
Yeah,
because I did 3K in 7 days.
yeah,
It's not the same as making 3K in 2 months.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's always 3K, but the time changes
yeah. So that then within itself kind of motivated you and thought, okay, cool.
a lot,
Well, we know it motivated you to say
a
like,
lot,
I can
because
do
I saw the results.
yeah, you saw the results, so you know that you can actually do more. So obviously you're developing your business, but first of all, let me ask you, what does a day in a life of you being a real world student look like?
I wake up at about 9 a.m.
Hmm.
I go take supplements. Then I open my laptop, which I buy with the earnings of the real world,
Good stuff.
and I type GM. I listen to daily lessons from Luke and content creation and AI campuses.
Hmm.
Then I start to work.
Mm.
I only get a pause when I have to cook. So I cook, I go downstairs, I cook, I take it upstairs when I'm alone,
Yeah,
and I work while eating.
yeah. No, I know that feeling.
Yeah,
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. hundred
there is
percent,
no
100.
time left to
There's no time
waste.
left. Okay, cool. So
Then I go
you
to the gym
talk,
in the
and then
evening.
yeah, and then you have to go. Yeah, obviously.
And work,
And sorry,
and then I work again.
and then you work again. Yeah, no problem. Do you follow the fitness campus
Yeah,
in the real world with
I'm
Alex?
also in the fitness campus.
Awesome. Alex is genius as well, and he's
Yeah,
just launched some new programs as well. He's
I
got
honestly did not open it
yeah,
yet.
yeah. He's just got some new programs as well. That's just obviously because the good thing about the real world is it's one complete package as well. So
Yeah,
obviously your mindset that drives you, you learning a new skill, you developing that new skill, and there's so many other campuses in there that can help you. Like I say, the business campus, the sales campus, marketing campus, they can help you to develop your own self, your own business, as well as you being able to look at fitness courses as well. So you've got a nice complete package in there. So what does your business? Obviously, I kind of got a little bit of an inkling of it, but what does your business look like in the next 6 months? Because I know you're going to get that contract.
yeah.
Um, I'm going to ask you something after that. But what does your business look like in the next 6 months?
In 6 months,
Yeah.
I'm really ambitious.
Okay.
I have 100% trust in myself and about that big project.
Hmm.
I plan to get a minimum of 50 customers.
Okay.
So 50 customers for the basic or most popular plan
Yep.
that is 2.5K a year
Hmm.
equals around 100. So let's say kind of well. I'm starting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So with the earnings, I will reinvest in advertisement.
Cool. And that was my next question. So once let's say you've earned your first 200K in that month, what would be your plan from there? Obviously, you're going to reinvest some.
Yeah,
Um, you want to
reinvest.
move.
Oh, of course, I do.
You want to move as well. Are you going to stay close to family, or oh no, you're going to move away, away?
I mean, I could move away with family.
Okay,
I got no
nice.
problems with that.
Yeah,
I really like the idea.
yeah. It'd be nice to bring your family with you, and I think your family would super appreciate that as well.
Of course, they will. They
I
would,
mean,
and they
trying to give
will.
them, yeah, yeah, but that better lifestyle, and like I appreciate that because,
It's
um,
yeah, it's the free lifestyle. It's to be free to it's to be free from worrying about paying the bills, about not having the money to go to the supermarket to fix
yeah,
the car.
yeah,
That is sad.
yeah,
I hate it.
yeah,
I hate watching my mother not going to eat a pizza because she doesn't have 10 euros or 15 euros to
yeah,
spend on a
yeah.
pizza.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So you're gonna not only invest in yourself, invest in obviously your future, but you're gonna invest in your family as well. So
Of course.
that's I just think that's super important as
I
well.
think that my family will be really the closest people that I will ever have in my life.
Yeah. Oh God, you're touching me now. You're
Yeah,
touching me. Like, yeah, touch me. You touch me because it's actually really inspirational because you're only 21, and it's nice that you have that kind of outlook, and it's nice that you're developing yourself to bring all of this to your family, not only obviously to yourself, to your business, but your the closest people to you are
Yeah,
the people you want to look after, and I know for a fact they super appreciate that as well. And
yeah.
how old's your little brother?
17.
17.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he just needs to
He's,
just
he has the
get
same mind that I have. The
good.
same mind, but not the same mindset yet.
Yeah.
He's really intelligent, but I don't know. I think he's a little bit lost right now.
There might be a couple of distractions around
Yeah, yeah,
him.
yeah.
And I think once he loses the distractions and kind of
He will
focuses
get
in,
on track.
yeah, or even if he, you as the big brother could like
Yeah,
say, okay, cool, I'm going to pay for your month subscription.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
then you
gave
go
him.
in there,
I
find
I
something.
already gave him.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And find something. I think like with technology the way it is now, I think the course that you've gone into with AI, obviously Pope's amazing and Pope like
yeah.
he's just there. Then you've got obviously daily lessons from Luke. If he kind of follows those steps, then his mindset will kind of
Will
quickly
shift.
will shift. Yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%. So, yeah. So it was super nice talking to you. You kind of touched me now. You put a big smile on my face. Made me feel
Thank you,
good.
Nigel.
No problem, no problem. And yeah, just looking forward to hearing good things from you later on down
Yeah,
the line. Awesome. I'm not gonna say good luck with the
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 project, the
yeah
big
the
project.
project because I know that you'll do it. If you put I just got this thing. You put 100% into anything,
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
it's
So
the
the work
basis.
absolutely the work that you put in is the work that you're gonna get back out again. So you're putting 100% into it. You're surely gonna get that out of it. And then sky's the limit after that. You can just you know keep
Yeah,
going, keep going, keep going,
I
keep
know.
developing, keep going crazy. Look after your family as well. And yeah, that's been amazing. So what I would say is thank you very much for coming on today. It's been absolutely awesome talking to you. And I guess like obviously I would say I wish you the best. Good luck. Wish you the
Yeah.
best. Good luck. You don't really need luck. You just need to put in your work. But yeah, no, all the best. And yeah, I look forward to hearing good things from you. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Nigel.